Okay, this is Friday the 5th. This is our noontime update. I will again update this thing this evening around 7 or so. Um, Again, if you're interested, please go to www.poconoweather360.com. Again, it's not just for the Poconos, it's for New Jersey, northern New Jersey, and it's for the whole state of Pennsylvania. You'll find things there, road conditions, things to do, the weather maps, the radars, everything is there. Yeah, there's ski resorts there, and I'm going to add more throughout Pennsylvania as I go through this. Pages for them and places to click for their information. So just go check it out. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to try to open it up for free for everybody for like 24 hours. That'll probably happen over the weekend. I will let you know. Probably open it up for everybody to look at Saturday from like noon to Sunday noon. And you can look there because then you can check the roads and all out. But it'll only be free for that 24-hour period for you to check it out. And then I'm going to lock it back up. And then if you want it, you have to join. It's, let you know about that. Okay, let's discuss this storm. It's a tricky storm, and the reason you're getting a lot of map differentials is because of, we've gone through the snow, to the point where the snow's snowed in the mountains, then changed to rain, and then back to snow, and still the I-95 and southern PA haven't gotten the real heavy snow yet. Well, you have to go through phases, and this next storm is going to be a fairly good storm for a lot of people, and some people that haven't had any accumulating snow are going to get some, and then um, that's the thing to keep an eye on. And there's another storm later on next week, and then there's another storm the following week, and we're going to slowly go into very cold temperatures as we get towards mid-month and end of the month. And anything that falls out of the sky then for everybody will be snow. But let's discuss this storm. Once this one goes by, then we worry about the next storm next week. I'll give you a little hint on that today in the video. But here, right now, this is what we're looking at timing-wise because it seems to be something everybody's interested in. Some people are traveling. This is around 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. It still hasn't really gotten into Pennsylvania. We just moved this ahead a little bit. This is around 11 o'clock in the morning. Snow is breaking out in northwest or southwestern Pennsylvania. There's some sleet and freezing rain down this way in Maryland. We move ahead a little bit. Let's see here if we get this to work. This takes you to around 1 in the afternoon, and you can see a very large swath of snow. We have some freezing rain and stuff out here towards Pittsburgh and a little bit to the south here, and kind of a mix in here in the very beginning of the storm. Now, why there's a mix in some areas ahead of the storm is once precipitation falls from the upper atmosphere to the lower atmosphere, the air cools. So what starts off as, freezing rain or sleet will turn to snow once the atmosphere chills a little bit. Now see how it changes over? Now this takes us to around 3 in the afternoon, and here's your snow all the way down to the Mason-Dixon line, and even in Philadelphia. And there's a little dot right there. That's probably the city. Getting a little bit of mix. Just the buildings and everything warm the air up a little bit, makes it tougher. But then as we get later into the day, 4 o'clock, you can see the mix line beginning to come up here in the southern part of Pennsylvania. Sleet and freezing rain, still not good road conditions. And then by 5 o'clock, there's a mix down here towards Reading, down Lancaster, Philly. You're switching over to rain. Northern New Jersey and the Poconos and central PA are into the heavier snow band. And this is a heavy snow bands. This is going to dump really quick. And then, as you can see, as you move this out to around, let's move this to 8 o'clock in the evening, you can see the warmer temperatures are pushed up here towards Reading. We got some mixture of sleet. I think there'll be periods of longer sleet through here. It's kind of the way things go. They always seem to. We have a period of sleet down here that lasts a while when a storm goes by, and then maybe it even freezing rains at time and makes the snow pack really hard. But then we move this out, and you can see it start to move away. There's a little bit of mix in the southern Poconos, but that's about it. And then this thing moves out of here. This is 4 o'clock in the morning, but it's not completely over with yet. And I want to show you. I'm going to move this ahead. This is 11 o'clock in the morning. There's light snow, and what it is the storm rotates around. There's bands that come down, and I think these bands come further down than shows on the chart here. This is the upper low out here, and then you'll see there's bands, and you can see them in the Poconos, and you can see some snow out in western PA, and that's just a little bit. And this becomes more of a squall line as you get into the nighttime hours on Sunday coming across here. So again, kind of a crazy situation that we have going on here. Okay, now we're going to try to fine tune this as much as I can. Allentown here, you're going to get probably 4 to 6 inches. Reading, you're probably looking at some of these numbers I don't agree with, so I'll tell you them. I'm looking at Reading getting 3, 4, maybe 5 inches at tops. As you start getting up here towards I-78 and then heading north, you get into the heavier snow or the more accumulating snow. And I'm saying in this area here, this is a 4 to 8 inch area through here. As you get into Wyoming Valley, I think you're looking at 4 to 6 inches in the valley. The mountainous areas, basically 6 to 10. The very high elevations, there's areas here, and then out here. The highest elevations in Pennsylvania can get upwards to a foot of snow, and that would be like Mount Pocono, Tobyhanna, and the Poconos. This is an area um, out here towards Tunkhannock. South of there, there's some higher elevations, and then again out this way, you can see these lighter colors. That could be closer to 10 inches, 12 inches in that area there. Northern New Jersey, this is a lower elevation slot here. You're probably looking at 4 or 5, maybe 6 inches, and in the higher elevations around it, can be 4 to 6 inches. Some areas that are high can get 8 to 10. That's my call for that area. Yeah, you're looking down south here. Philadelphia proper, like I said, 1 or 2 inches in the city. The suburbs can get 2 to 3, maybe 4 inches if it doesn't change over quick enough. Again, this whole area in the light color down here will experience some sleet and some freezing rain before it changes over to rain. Down here, South Jersey, it's not your turn really, but you'll see some snow on the onset. The further west you go, you can see an inch or so of snow. And then again, northern Jersey, you get your snow, which I already covered, and then that goes from there. We move out here towards central PA. You can see here a lot of snow out here. These blue colors, again, I'm saying you're going to get 4 to 8 inches in those areas, maybe a little bit more. And in the higher elevation, these mountainous areas, you're going to get 8 to 12, and some of the top peaks can get maybe a little bit more through that. And then as we head out towards Pittsburgh, let's see here, I'll make this work here. We head out towards Pittsburgh, you can see generally out here 3 to 6 inches in some areas north of the city can get a little bit more. That's the call right now as I see it, and just a little glimmer of what can happen next week. I'll just add this other picture here. This is the GFS model. This is what it's showing. Pretty close to what I said. Maybe it's being a little more generous in Berks County here and towards Allentown and that way. But it's a general idea. It doesn't really show precipitation or accumulations based on elevation to which my other map showed. Now, there were a few concerns about Tuesday. This is Tuesday morning around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Precipitation's coming into the state. Ahead of the storm, the major storm is up in the Great Lakes area. Another one forms off the coast down here. But the problem with this is that it brings in a southerly flow. So unfortunately, all that snow we got, you can see this as it crosses the state. This is 11 o'clock in the morning. You can see rain is breaking out. And this is by let's see, this is by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And you can see pretty decent rains going on here in central PA across from southeastern PA towards Pittsburgh. A little bit of snow left in the Poconos, and then this moves out. But then behind it, it gets cold, and that's kind of what I've been figuring on. And then you get another snow towards the weekend on Saturday morning. And again, that's kind of like the one we just had. Again, we're looking way out here in the future. They're showing rain around the 16th as a cold front comes through. And then here's your big snow off the coast around the 19th and the 20th. So again, we just have to go through these pattern changes. And again, cold air does come in after that snow around the rain around event around the 17th, 18th, and then it dumps in and we get very cold, and now we begin to get snow. And then the I-95 corridor in Jersey, you get in on the fun and the games of the snow. Okay, so I'll do another video this evening around 7 to see if any of the maps change, if any of the information changes. Pretty well sticking to what I figured. Again, I put a winter storm watch warning up about a week ago, and I got a couple of comments that they laughed and said, "Oh, you're the National Weather Service." No, it's just my way of telling you to be aware of something that's going to happen. And guess what? Here it is. It's going to happen. I know the people towards Philly and that way are not going to be happy. You'll get yours. I'm showing you the maps. You'll get yours. You just got to be patient. But you'll end your streak of no snow. You might get your inch this time, but that's the city makes it tough because it does heat the air. So whatever falls down can change before it hits the ground, and that's the negative part about Philadelphia, especially being on the I-95 corridor, which is not the favorable area. But it will eventually get snow down there. So you just have to be patient and wait your turn, and you will get it. Okay, again, www.Pocono-weather360.com. Go there, and I will put it for free. I will turn it on tomorrow for all to see around noon, and leave it on till Sunday around noon. And again, you can get all the road conditions across the state of Pennsylvania and all your other information that you possibly would need if you're thinking about traveling and at the weather. I'll update that with other information about the weather that I don't put here. All right, take it easy, be safe.